Hey everyone, Lorna here. I just wanted to talk today about my sister, and I'm pretty sure that she is a big part of my smear campaign. It's a sister up from me, so probably all of them are involved. So this sister I absolutely adored when I was growing up, and done everything for her. Chauffeured her around, helped raise their children, even when she lost the plot for a little while, I fostered her twins for her for just under a year, and I saved her 2-year-old daughter's life. One time we were out on an island and she was choking on a bacon eye, and there was no help around, and just luckily I'd actually watched some movie or something that they did the Heimlich manoeuvre in it, and she had this little floaty vest on, and in her panic, in my sister's panic, trying to turn her upside down, try and smack this bacon eye out, and in a frantic state unzipped the little floaty vest, and she actually broke the zip, and it just kicked in the memory of that Heimlich manoeuvre, and she's turning blue by this stage, and I grabbed her and turned her outwards so she was facing out, and just gave her a big woof under the ribs, and the bacon eye came flying out. So my whole life was just spent doing things for my sister, really, for the longest time, and so it's really mind-boggling that even though she had displayed like narcissistic traits in the past, etc., when we were growing up, she used to do something on purpose to get me into trouble. So she would break a glass, and then she would yell out, "Lorna broke a glass," and my parents would come and give me a dressing down, and then I'd get smacked and all the rest of it, and she'd stand in the background doing, I used to call it, she's doing the granny, because she used to do this face like a thing, and it just it was quite evil. So I didn't know about narcissism back then, obviously, but it was absolutely narcissistic stuff, and she displayed it from very early on. When I was in dire straits, in a domestic violence situation, homelessness, etc., she just disappeared into the background. There was no help from her, or from any of my family for that matter. But when it came to the smear campaign and her turning my children against me, I don't know what was said to her, but someone got to her, and she swallowed it hook, line and sinker. And the reason I know this is last year, because I blocked her about 10 years ago or so, after many years of her diatribes and abuse and all of that. What a narcissist does, all of that. And so she was stalking me through other names and things like that on social media. And a TikTok video or something that my second eldest daughter had put up, my sister put an answer to, I'd written, "Oh, how cute," or something. It was, my daughter's dogs were doing something cute, and I'd written that years ago, "How cute," lol. And my sister found a way to answer that post that I'd made, and she she wrote under it, another died, like a full-on attack at me, full-on attack, that I was a disgusting this, and that I'd cheated her out of her inheritance, which, when my mother died, my two older sisters came in and actually stole my inheritance. I never seen a cent of any of that. And when my father passed away, similar things happened. My sister had been robbing my father and my brother for years prior to that, thousands of dollars. She stole the deeds for his house, and she sent her son in to steal antiques and laptops and all the rest of it. Was all caught on video, etc. And yet she came out saying that I'm a this and that and the other, and basically it was a reflection, reflection of how she is, that she was projecting towards me. So this is what I've had to put up with through most of my life, in one way or another. So, by the way, when I did foster her twins for her when she'd gone off the rails, there was no thanks for that. What's that saying about kindness and, hold on, I don't remember. Anyway, there's an old saying about kindness is never regard, whatever. You probably know what I'm talking about. Write it under in the comments if you do, or I will if I get the time. But yeah, so she had said on that post also that she's going to expose me to the world. Now, expose me for what? So, which makes me think, and this is the reason that I'm making this video, that she'd definitely been gotten to by whoever is part of my, but probably the Freemasons, because you've heard part of my story. And in retrospect, I've been looking back on my entire life, and I've been targeted one way or another for a very, very long time. Even as a child, there were times when my, even in Ireland when I was a little girl, I'm talking, under 7 years old, my school bus there was a bomb threat on my school bus, and we were made to evacuate. When I first came into the country here, I was pulled aside and my baby doll was taken off me as a 7-year-old, and they didn't do it in front of me, but they ripped her limbs apart and checked her for, weapons. And just every pedophile was attracted to me, it was just ongoing demonic attack from I was very little. But this actual smear campaign targeting is a different story altogether. And my sister, unfortunately, has bought hook, line and sinker, whatever smear campaign bullshit story that's been made up about me in the background. I've been very honest with, I haven't had a perfect life, and I've been down many paths that I shouldn't have been down. But I can see in retrospect that there were people put into my life to take me down those paths. So, and I've come forward about all of that. There's nothing that I'm ashamed of. I'm not ashamed of anything that I had to do. So yeah, I've come clean with all of that. My children know all of that, and yet, like I said, my sister did get to my children. In particular, the eldest one started turning probably about 8 years ago, and it was almost like an overnight flip. She turned, and it was, and then it just slowly seeped through the others to the point where, I will go into some of the details later on in another video, but I don't think many people would have stood for and dealt with the amount of narcissistic stuff that I've dealt with my own children, in particular my eldest daughter. But I thought it was love, to put up with it. Because they had a tough upbringing because of domestic abuse and, family that didn't help, and they wouldn't pee on you if you were on fire, my family, I've had a lot. And because they were dragged through the fire as well, I thought it was love to just continue allowing it. And but really what I was doing, I was just making myself a doormat. And that's not love. That's not showing them how to love themselves either, by allowing that, by seeing me allow that. So sadly, before the accident happened with my daughter and grandson, I had actually stepped away from the relationship with my adult children. And like I said before, my mantra now is open compassion, closed gate. So I still have compassion for them. I still have love for them. And my sister. I adored my sister. I adored my children and my grandchildren. And of course, I still adore them. But I will not be a doormat to anyone ever again. So, yeah, so that's me, a campaign spread out to all of them. And by me making these videos, somewhere along the line, when the truth all comes out about this targeting program, etc., they'll know, and then they'll have to deal with their own stuff in their own time. But for now, open compassion, closed gate. Anyway, that's it for today. God bless you all.